Imagine this: Superman, Earth's greatest protector, clashes with Zeus, king of the gods, in a battle that could end everything. The stakes? Earth's fate. Both wield unimaginable power, but only one can emerge victorious. Stay tuned, because this fight will shatter every boundary of strength and defy every expectation. But first, if you want to enjoy more incredible animated content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's dive into the life of one of Marvel's greatest heroes. Our story opens with a paradox. Superman, the symbol of justice and protector of Earth, is about to face off against Zeus, a god who once swore to protect humanity. Why would these two forces for good clash in such an earth-shaking showdown? The answer begins in Olympus, where Zeus has become aware of humanity's dwindling faith in the ancient gods. In his eyes, the rise of heroes like Superman represents a threat to the gods' influence. The Olympians, once revered and feared, are now viewed as myths, while Superman has become a living legend. Zeus sees this as a crisis, one that demands swift action. If humanity no longer believes in the gods, he reasons, they will lose their power and purpose. Determined to re-establish the gods' dominance, Zeus identifies Superman as the root of this cultural shift. To remind Earth of who holds the ultimate power, Zeus decides he must confront this symbol of mortal strength. But this isn't just about power, it's about existence. Zeus is prepared to do whatever it takes to reclaim humanity's devotion, even if it means destroying Earth's greatest defender. While Superman carries on his duties on Earth, unaware of the impending storm, Olympus is in turmoil. Zeus calls a council, gathering the mightiest gods to discuss the threat Superman poses to their legacy. Among those in attendance are Athena, goddess of wisdom, and Ares, god of war. Athena advocates for peace, urging Zeus to find a solution that doesn't involve needless bloodshed. She argues that humanity's faith has always evolved, and that a war with Superman could endanger their own divine realms. But Ares, always hungry for conflict, relishes the idea of a showdown with Earth's so-called heroes. He urges Zeus to strike, claiming that they have allowed mortals to forget their place for far too long. Caught between Athena's wisdom and Ares' call for war, Zeus decides that only a direct confrontation will show Earth who holds true power. As the gods watch, Zeus summons a storm, a thunderbolt with a message, and launches it toward Earth, specifically to the heart of Metropolis. The stage for a confrontation is set. Superman is suddenly alerted to the chaos erupting in Metropolis as a lightning bolt strikes with godlike fury, sparking fear and confusion across the city. With his super speed, he arrives at the impact site, only to be greeted by the towering figure of Zeus, cloaked in thunder and lightning, a true embodiment of wrath. The sight of Zeus alone is a shocking and awe-inspiring moment. He exudes a power that even Superman can feel. Zeus confronts Superman, accusing him of usurping the gods' rightful place in humanity's hearts and minds. He insists that Superman has led people away from divine worship, making himself an idol. Superman tries to reason with Zeus, explaining that he only wants to protect humanity, not replace anyone. But Zeus isn't interested in dialogue. His pride and mission override any chance of peace. In an instant, Zeus hurls another lightning bolt, and Superman narrowly dodges. The first strike of their battle has been thrown, and the ground trembles as God and hero prepare to engage. As the fight intensifies, Superman realizes he's up against an opponent with no limits, an entity with powers that rival his own but come from a source he barely understands. While Superman is used to facing enemies with physical strength, he finds himself awed and challenged by Zeus's divinity, his sheer command over nature and the elements. He knows that fighting Zeus risks more than just personal injury. It could mean the destruction of Metropolis, or worse, open war between the gods and Earth's heroes. Struggling with his own moral code, Superman wonders if there's a way to end the conflict without devastating consequences for either side. He questions his own place in the grander scheme, realizing that defeating Zeus could shift the fragile balance between divine beings and mortals, potentially making him the target of Olympus's wrath. Torn between his duty to protect Earth and his respect for divine authority, Superman tries to find a middle ground, but Zeus's relentless attacks leave him little choice but to fight with everything he has. News of Superman's clash with Zeus quickly spreads, reaching the ears of other heroes. Batman, Wonder Woman, and the Justice League spring into action, each aware of the immense threat that a godly adversary represents. As they head to the battleground, Wonder Woman is especially concerned. As a demigoddess herself and the daughter of Zeus, she understands her father's wrath better than anyone. She arrives hoping to mediate, to bring a semblance of peace before the conflict escalates beyond control. Wonder Woman approaches Zeus, pleading with him to halt the battle, explaining that humanity needs both its heroes and its gods. But Zeus, in a rage, sees her actions as a betrayal. In a shocking twist, he dismisses her intervention, declaring that only he can restore the gods' honor. Despite her pleas, Zeus's fury is unrestrained. The rest of the Justice League stand ready to support Superman, but they too realize the danger of intervening against a god. With one powerful wave, Zeus repels them, declaring that this is a battle only between himself and Superman. Superman unleashes every ounce of strength he possesses, soaring into the air to confront Zeus head-on. What follows is a series of explosive encounters, each more intense than the last. Zeus commands the elements with absolute authority, summoning storms, lightning, and even earthquakes to shake Superman's resolve. The sky above Metropolis darkens, and the ground itself shudders with each collision. It becomes clear to the citizens of Earth that this is no ordinary fight. This is a clash of two titans. As Superman absorbs blow after blow, he begins to realize that his strength alone may not be enough to defeat a god. He channels all of his power, his very essence, into a single attack, hoping to find a weakness. Zeus is staggered for a moment, but he quickly recovers, returning with a fury that surpasses anything Superman has faced. The battle takes them into the clouds, through mountains, and across oceans, each determined not to give an inch. This is no longer just a battle for Earth. It's a test of everything they believe in. On the ground, humanity itself becomes an unwitting participant in the struggle. As people watch, they are forced to confront their loyalties. Some see Zeus as a rightful god who has returned to reclaim what was taken from him, while others rally behind Superman, the hero who has risked his life countless times for Earth's safety. People gather, praying, cheering, and supporting their chosen champion. And this collective faith begins to have an effect. Their beliefs empower both fighters, in a way neither anticipated. Superman feels an inner strength growing as he hears the support of humanity rallying behind him, while Zeus draws power from those who still revere him. The dynamic shifts as both Superman and Zeus are fueled not just by their abilities, but by humanity's will. Each blow they exchange carries the weight of their followers' beliefs, raising the stakes even higher as the fate of Earth hangs by a thread. After hours of relentless battle, both Superman and Zeus are visibly weakened but refuse to back down. They reach the final stage of their conflict, knowing that one last move will determine the victor. Superman, battered and bruised, gives a passionate speech about humanity's right to carve its own destiny. He reminds Zeus that Earth no longer needs gods who rule by fear, but heroes who inspire hope. Zeus, though weakened, stands firm in his belief that humanity's reverence is necessary for balance, and that a world without gods would be chaotic. In a final, climactic moment, the two charge at each other, pouring every last ounce of their power into one final strike. The impact sends a shockwave that reverberates across the world, momentarily shaking the very fabric of reality. When the dust settles, both combatants are left barely standing. The battle has ended, but the outcome remains uncertain. Zeus, though humbled, acknowledges Superman's strength and the courage of humanity. The god of gods agrees to retreat but warns that the gods will always be watching. In the aftermath, Earth breathes a collective sigh of relief. Superman and Wonder Woman share a moment, reflecting on the tenuous peace that now exists between mortals and gods. Zeus returns to Olympus with a newfound respect for Earth's heroes, yet he leaves behind a message that humanity must honor the balance between mortal ambition and divine legacy. A fragile truce is formed, one that establishes a new era in which Earth's heroes will protect humanity while respecting the ancient forces that lie beyond. As Superman returns to Metropolis, the people welcome him, knowing he fought not only to protect them, but to preserve their right to self-determination. The gods may have retreated, but the memory of this battle lingers. The world has witnessed what it means to be a true hero, someone willing to stand against even the gods themselves. Superman and the Justice League vow to uphold this fragile peace, aware that the line between divine and mortal may blur again, but confident that they will be ready when that time comes. If you're inspired by stories like this and want more deep dives into the journeys of iconic heroes, make sure to subscribe for more incredible content.